And now for something completely different. From Japan comes Nissan's mighty GT R. Twin-turbo engine in front, transaxle in back, driving all four wheels, monstrous grip, monstrous power. This thing really promises to tear up the track. Let's go see how it does at Laguna Seca.
Okay, Randy, you've just had a chance to drive Godzilla, the 2009 Nissan GT R. What'd you think?
Sweet! Tell you what, that GTR is comfortable on the racetrack. Gotta say, it's got a lot of power. It is racy in that it has minimal body roll, but still good control. I mean, I just really enjoyed the car. I was able to break the rear end loose if I really wanted to, and when it went, it really went. But steering is quick ratio and very quick responding. I mean, I could catch the car easily. In fact, I did a big drift, a Scandinavian fling we call it, for your Motor Trend photographers up at the Corkscrew on that last lap. I really had a great time in the car. It's a beastly car. It's more like you're wrestling than you are dancing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a very visceral car to drive. The brakes were really solid. I think the Dunlops on the car are a special model because they have a ton of grip. Really a good tire, and the brakes are strong enough to keep up with the tire. The handling was predominantly understeer, but it could be provoked on entry into a kind of a snap oversteer, which was actually kind of fun, but not predictable in the way the R8 was on corner entry, or I might say that even the Mini or the Mitsubishi Evo, all of which had a kind of a sweet drift on the way in. This car, it's a little bit more violent when it does break loose.
Now, of course, on this one, we had all the traction systems shut off.
Right.
There is a race mode where the traction control will step in, and you drove a couple laps like that as well. Compare those two different modes, if you would.
Yes, the race mode, or the R mode, it's really not a race mode because there's still a lot of stability control working, and I think that the R mode is a wonderful thing to have for your average guy. He could drive this car awfully fast and not get in too much trouble. Now, for me as a race car driver on a racetrack, I found it very frustrating because it would pull back the power. I mean, I'd have my foot on the floor and not be getting full power, and it would prevent the car from sliding, and sliding is like the most fun thing you can do with a car. So it's obviously something that is a safety feature. And before you turn that off, you better have your Skip Barber car control down. That's all I gotta say. And if you do, the GTR is extremely rewarding and a powerful, enjoyable car that's comfortable on a racetrack. There's a lot of race car in the GTR, whereas the R8 handles well in a much more refined way. It's silky. It's more like a muscular dancer, whereas this is more like wrestling. You know, you got him by the neck and you're trying to throw it on the carpet.
Excellent. Thank you, Randy.